This franchise is so unserious, man. YouTube, what's going on? It's Zaya here from Zaya&TheSteelers, and I'm not going to really get into the long intro. If you guys are Steelers fans, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. I really appreciate it. This is probably going to be a ranty video, and this is probably, a little too much, right? I'm very frustrated right now. I think a lot of people are frustrated at the signing. If it turns out to be good in the future, then it turns out to be good in the future. But just looking at it on the surface, us signing Mike McCarthy is so crazy, especially coming off of Mike Tomlin. Because the problem with Mike Tomlin was the offense was stale and we hadn't won a playoff game since 2017. And Mike McCarthy, well, offensively is probably a little bit better, and he does have this history of like being a quarterback developer, and that's something we kind of need. He hasn't won a playoff game since 2017 either. He hasn't coached in 2 seasons. This was going to be the perfect time to go out and you get that young guy. That is what we've done every single time for the 3 coaches that we've ever had. It's been a young guy. It's been someone without head coaching experience. It's been someone who we expect to grow with this organization for the next 20 years. Never has it been, oh, he's from Pittsburgh, right? Let's go ahead and sign him, because I'm going to turn into the Kenny Pickett haters for a second. I am so tired of this nepotism franchise, because yeah, we are going to get into it now. There is no Mike Tomlin. I thought that whole thing was going to end like, hey, if you have a little brother like on the team, like, we'll sign him. If you have a cousin, we'll sign him. If you have like even a distant family relative, like, we'll go ahead and sign him. If you're from Pittsburgh, Kenny Pickett, we're going to go ahead and draft you. If you're from Pittsburgh, Mike McCarthy, we're going to go ahead and sign you to a head coaching deal. And not only is it like the whole he's from Pittsburgh connection, but we also have a tweet here showing that Mike McCarthy, Omar Khan, and Andy Weidel worked together on the Saints, coaching staff in the early 2000s. And now, what do you know? In 2026, these guys are all linked up and they're together once again. I just can't believe it. And so, ignoring the whole nepotism aspect of it, let's just get down to the actual ball of it all. Let's get down to the actual context of it all. Mike Tomlin was consistently winning regular season games, getting a lot out of his players, but at the same time, not enough, getting right to that, precipice of the playoffs and getting a playoff win. And then we would fall apart every single time. We would fall apart down the stretch every single time. And the situation itself just kind of ran its course. And so, instead of going out, finding a younger coach who can like grow with the team, recreate the culture and whatnot, instead of finding a younger offensive mind that potentially is going to lead us for the next 15 to 20 years, because that's what we've done every single time, we go out and we get a coach who, at best, like, I know we hate Mike Tomlin or whatever. I know we were debating it, but he's gone now. So like, we don't have to have that hate in our heart. We can like truly be honest about it. At best, Mike McCarthy was like a little better than Mike Tomlin, but really that's like at very best. I don't believe that, but I'm just saying. And like, why? Like, what are we trying to do? Are we seriously going to try to like keep this window afloat or whatever? Are we going to re-sign Aaron Rodgers, or is Mike McCarthy going to be the guy to help develop Will Howard, which once again is nice on the surface, but there was so many better options. Like, for example, the 2 coaches on the Rams, like literally, I swear to God, guys, if the Rams had just lost against Chicago, one of the Rams coaches would be our head coach right now. It's like Art Rooney II was getting jealous of other teams signing their coach, and like he wanted to get a social media post out there. He wanted ESPN to be talking about the Steelers, and so they go ahead and they sign Mike McCarthy. And I just cannot believe it. I do not agree with the signing whatsoever. But I'm not gonna hate. Well, I'm not gonna like just wish for us to be bad or whatever. I just don't. There's just so much to talk about. And now that we've got rid of Mike Tomlin, because remember, it started with all the players, and then it started with all the players, and we took it to like the coordinators, and then eventually it landed on, okay, it's Mike Tomlin's fault now. Now Tomlin is gone. Art Rooney II, because we've been having a lot of discussions about you recently and like over the course of time. Art Rooney II. Are you good, fan? Like, how much do you want this Super Bowl, or do you just want 10 wins or whatever? Because I promise you, the Pittsburgh Steelers organization, the fan base is good enough that, we could get off a losing season or 2, I think, and like be okay. The ticket sales would maybe look a little shaky, I guess, but like it would come back if you're doing it the right way, if you are rebuilding the right way. Everything we've done over the last 5 years has been like this desperate attempt to like salvage whatever that like we can get. We are trying to fix our mistakes by like hiring even more potential mistakes. And Art Rooney the second, like your time is coming, bro. I'll be honest, your time is coming because this at this point is getting absolutely ridiculous. We spend no money on this team. We have the worst gym equipment. We have the worst field. We have the worst seats. We have the worst food probably. All of the players rate our shit garbage. All of the outside players rate our shit garbage, and it's for stuff like this, man. Like you have once again the potential to get a young mind in there. You have the potential to get a new mind in there, but instead you go out and pick Mike McCarthy, who maybe is a good coach, but it's like, for what, bro? We just had a good coach, I guess. For the Mike McCarthy standard, Mike Tomlin should be God. You know what I'm saying? If we're basing it on Mike McCarthy being a good coach, Mike Tomlin is God, and we didn't need that. We didn't need that right now. We needed someone new to come in and kind of start setting the tone, setting like the standard, the new standard. But instead, we got Mike McCarthy, and so like I said, this is like just kind of ranty right now. This is like very initial. I did not believe it. I was like, there is no way. I even as they were talking about Mike McCarthy becoming the like a candidate or whatever, I was just like, no way that the Steelers are actually going to do that. No way the Steelers would like be so dumb. Like there's young coaches out there. Like there's so many other options other than Mike McCarthy. There was even Brian Flores, for God's sakes. Like that was probably a better option in my head than getting Mike McCarthy given the context. But, you know, now we're here. Is Aaron Rodgers going to come back? Like, are we literally going to run it back with the same core? I don't believe, like, truthfully, I think our offense is going to be okay. Like, I think Mike McCarthy is probably good for, you know, the quarterback development. To me, it's almost like in I guess better, but it's almost like when we got Arthur Smith as our offensive coordinator. It's like, you know, he stinks and the offense didn't really coordinate. But, like, the context of it, as the OC, that's decent. Like, if we had Mike McCarthy for the OC or like the quarterback's coach or something like that, that's like, you know, that's okay. But him being the head coach, like that, and is he gonna be like, he's picking his staff and like hopefully he picks a good staff? It's just like, bruh, we've seen this before. We have seen this not have success before. And so now you take that into Pittsburgh, and what are you gonna get? I'm not exactly sure, but I just, like I said, I can't really believe it. How are you guys feeling down there about Mike McCarthy? I think, you know, probably later on I'm gonna like be less mad at this. But if we're trash with Mike McCarthy, that's the thing, because we very well could be bad next season. Like I'm not hoping for that or whatever, or maybe I should for, you know, draft purposes, but like we very well could be bad. And so what if we're bad with this older coach, man? Like this is what I'm talking about. If you have a young guy, then you have like room to kind of, you know, go through these tanking seasons or whatever, and then eventually, you know, you'll come out of it as a better team, and like the coach now, he has this experience and all that. Mike McCarthy doesn't need like warm-up games. Mike McCarthy needs to win now. This is just like when we signed Aaron Rodgers last year. Like Mike McCarthy, it doesn't matter how many more regular season games this guy wins. Like it literally is house money at this point. The only thing he's coaching for is the playoffs and the Super Bowl. And even though, you know, that's what we all want, is that really what we need to be focused on right now with no quarterback, with no offensive weapons outside of DK Metcalf, for example, or like maybe even a Jalen Warren? We have nothing going on offense. And you're sitting here and telling me we're thinking we can take that and be like, we can win the Super Bowl next year. Like, bro, no, we tricked ourselves every year because we had Mike Tomlin at the helm. I am not tricking myself thinking that with Mike McCarthy at the helm. And maybe I'll grow to, you know, switch that up. But I just, you know, I just don't think that this was the right move, man. I'll be honest. I just don't think that this was the right move. I don't think that this is what we needed to do right now. I think we kind of needed to pull it back a little bit and, you know, just try. Obviously you try to win, but like if you don't, it's okay. Now with Mike McCarthy, if we don't win, it's not okay, because this dude is 56. He's 4 years away from being 60. Mike McCarthy is allowed to run for president right now. Like that's what he should be focused on. But no, he's head coaching the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's what I'm saying, man. Like it just doesn't make sense given the timeline that we actually should be on. Because if we're still trying to just squeak out some wins, if we're still trying to win regular season games, why would we get rid of the best regular season games winner of all time, damn near? Like, why would we do that? I don't know, man. I don't know. How are you guys feeling? Like I said, this was very initial. I'm sitting here trying to prepare for a winter storm. Come to find out, I'm going to get snowed in with Mike McCarthy on my mind the whole time. And like I said, maybe eventually I'm going to grow to like him. I'm going to like, you know, like meme him up or whatever. Like there's going to be some moments of him on the sideline and I'm like going to laugh. And it's like, Mike McCarthy, not too much on Mike McCarthy. Like eventually you guys are going to see that Zaya. Like eventually I'm going to be team Mike McCarthy or whatever. But just overall, it just doesn't move me. It doesn't move me. I'm not moved at all whatsoever. I was gonna be moved with like a Chris Shula or a Clay Kubiak, or even like I guess the Anthony Weaver from Miami, even Nate Shieldhouse or whatever. Like that was gonna move me. That was like something like, okay, I'm rocking with you. Art Rooney II getting swindled by Mike McCarthy and his Pittsburgh connections, and like this inability to try and like shake things up a little bit. Like, it is absolutely asinine that we signed Mike McCarthy, man. All of these, we could have had John Harbaugh. You know, like if this is what we're gonna do, we could have had John Harbaugh. Like, why would we go out and get Mike McCarthy? Why would we not give like Mike McDaniel a look? Like, you know, anybody else over Mike McCarthy, in my opinion. But you know, it is what it is. Is it going to be the worst thing in the world? Probably not. He is a decent coach. We're going to win some games. I just don't know if right now is the time to be winning some games. We have TJ Watt still though. So, I mean, I guess you do what you can when you have TJ Watt. I'm just very frustrated. So I think I'm going to, you know, end this video here. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'm never going to not like the Steelers. It's into me, but like, for the 40 pluses, the 50 pluses, the 60 pluses, I need some advice, man. How did y'all, but even that, like, they got to grow with these coaches, man. I'm going to have Mike McCarthy for 4 years, and then I'm going to be looking for another coach. Like, how did you guys grow with this team? How did you continue to, like, give this team, you know, all of your support when all of your players are gone, when your coach is gone, when all of his coaches are gone? Like, how are you guys doing it? And this is what the owner is doing, is he's going out and he's signing Mike McCarthy. I know the answer, because you guys have never had it as tough as us right now. I'm going to say it. You know, the older generation loves to, you know, shit on the younger generation, but you guys had, what's his name? Dan Rooney or whatever. Like, you guys had the actual owner who was like legacy defining and like a real owner. You know what I'm saying? Art Rooney is just trying to get as much money from this team as possible without the passion, without the drive, without like the love of the game. He don't love the game. And so that's the owner I got to deal with in my 20s. You guys got someone who was like willing to push the edge, who was willing to go to the NFL GM's office and fight for rules to be in place. Are you kidding? That's the owner y'all had. This is the owner I got right now. And so, you know, I'm going to try to find the strength, but this is just absolutely, utterly, pitifully ridiculous. But, you know, maybe we'll win the Super Bowl, man. Steelers in 7. I'm still rocking with the Steelers. It is what it is. My faith never wavers. It's just, it's harder and harder to get up. Anyways, that is going to do it for me for this video. Once again, please let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. This has been Zaya from Zaya and the Steelers, and I'll see you in the next video, man. Peace out.